Welcome to another episode of Follow My Voice. Today we're going to talk about what is it that you think you know that you don't realize that you don't actually know. And today we're going to start with a very interesting question that I actually did not know the right answer to. I was reading a book, and the book was about questioning the reality that you think is true and actually real because it's not as real as you think it is. Okay. All right, I can relate to that. Example the book used was, so here's the question, why did Einstein win the Nobel Peace Prize? Or what did Einstein win the Nobel Peace Prize for? So what are you thinking? What are you thinking in your brain? What's going on here? Unless you're a nerd, and if you're a nerd, sit down, you might still learn something. But if you know the answer to this, or you've heard this before, don't ruin it for everybody else. Don't you ruin it for everybody else. But why did Einstein win the Nobel Peace Prize? What are you thinking? You thinking, if I can read your mind, and I can only read a few of you, maybe 1% of you out there, but I would venture a guess. I see an E. I feel like a psychic. What do I see? I see an E. E. Two lines, one on top of the other. An M. A C. A 2. A 2. E equals MC squared. And I sound smart. To some people. To other people, I kind of sound like an idiot. But why did Einstein win the Nobel Peace Prize? A certain percent of you out there, because I was almost on this boat. I'll make fun of myself later. I was in the second boat. But I was in the first boat was E equals MC squared. He won because he created this awesome formula, E equals MC squared. Nope, totally wrong. That's absolutely not it. Shame on you. Shame on you. So here's where the first kind of teaching moment comes in, which is, wait, so he didn't win the Nobel Peace Prize for the formula that we all know because it's in every cartoon and every school teaches it, and most of us know it even though we don't know what it means. Or I know I hated physics. Raise your hand if you hated physics in school. I'm raising my hand. Sorry. I know I lost some of you out there, and I'm a math person, you know? I love business, econ, psych. I love social sciences. All of them. They don't pay much. Some of them, but pretty damn cool. But hard science like physics, just, those word problems. But no, Einstein did not win the Nobel Prize for E equals MC squared. So second boat. Theory. Is there a theory? Was there a theory? For those of you, there's a TV show. I haven't seen it, but I'm sure they go into it in the TV show. What is that theory? Guys, those of you out there, go ahead and yell it out. Theory of what? Theory of relativity. Yeah, that's where I was. Einstein won the Nobel Peace Prize because he created the theory of relativity. Now I sound a little smarter because I'm not just throwing letters and numbers and a simple formula. I mean, E equals MC squared sounds kind of impressive. So does the Pythagorean theorem. The hell was that again? Negative b over 2a plus or minus square root of 4ab squared all over 2a. Damn it, I feel like that's wrong. I'm missing something. Negative b over 2a plus or minus the square root of b. You know what? I'm going to look it up. I'm going crazy. But I have a point. Pythagorean theorem. What the hell did I do wrong? Oh my God. Got to go to Google Images. C squared equals a squared plus b squared. Wow, what the hell was I solving for? Was I solving for the quadratic formula? Quadratic formula. Man, those math people out there, they're just going crazy with anger. Yeah, negative b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a is the quadratic formula. But you see how I mixed it up? I mixed it up with the Pythagorean theorem, which I had to go on Google quickly. C squared equals a squared plus b squared. Man, that is terrible. That is bad. That is me hitting my hand. Bad boy. Bad. Do not follow my voice today. Oh my God. But Einstein didn't win for the theory of relativity, despite how I was more sure about that than I was the Pythagorean theorem. Although I did this live the first time. I do not do retakes on these podcasts on the wrong platform. And I like that because I mixed them up and it was an honest mistake. But you would have asked me, I would have said, I'm 100% sure the Pythagorean theorem is negative b plus or minus square root of, that one, the quadratic formula. But it wasn't. What else are we thinking about? What are you thinking about in your life? I just admitted a foolish, feeble on my part. But what are you thinking about in your life that you think you're 100% sure of, but you're actually not, realizing that you're wrong, and that despite total congruence and being 100% sure about it, you don't realize that you're actually wrong? Damn, that's crazy. And there's a lot of areas we all have in life that are like that, where we think one thing is one thing, but in reality it's not. It's actually another thing. And it's powerful when you think about it that way. But no, let's go back to Google. This one I already had preloaded because it was the only thing I thought about in advance before today's episode. The Nobel Peace Prize in Physics, 1921, was awarded to Albert Einstein for his services to theoretical physics and especially for his discovery of the law of the photoelectric effect. I don't even know what the hell the photoelectric effect is. Raise your hand if you know what the photoelectric effect is. Is awarded to Albert Einstein, received his Nobel Peace Prize 1 year later in 1922. Many years ago, if you're listening to this podcast after 1922. Photoelectric effect is the emission of electrons or other free carriers when light hits a material. Electrons emitted in this manner can be called photoelectrons. This phenomenon is commonly studied in electronic physics, as well as in the fields of chemistry, such as quantum chemistry and electrochemistry. Wikipedia, photoelectric effect. So why is it that most of us think Albert Einstein won the Nobel? Well, if you know, some of us don't even know he won a Nobel Peace Prize or a Nobel Prize for some formula, E equals mc squared, or theory of relativity, which is what we see on TV. But it was not for either one of those. It was for an obscure little theory that I didn't know about till it was pointed out to me in the book I was reading. So, that's kind of one of my shame. Bad boy. Just smacking myself today. Just masochistic pain. Trying to teach myself a lesson. But now let's point out to all the listeners out there. Can you think of one thing in your life that you're 100% sure about? You don't even know that you're wrong? That you don't know? That you don't know? That you don't know that you actually are incorrect about? And how's that hurting you? Or is it hurting you? Perhaps it's better for me to walk around with congruence and tell everyone Albert Einstein won the Nobel Prize for E equals mc squared. No one will argue with me because it makes sense. And therefore, I make sense. But I'm wrong. What else is wrong out there? I'll tell you what's not wrong. Go in to hit that like, subscribe, and notification icon. That sounds like a good thing to do. Thanks for following my voice.